This is the story of a man named Gerrit Jongsma. It's about his crimes and about how those crimes have been hidden by his family, by government policy, and by the sweep of time. During the Second World War, Gerrit was the mayor of a small town north of Amsterdam called Krommenie. He was a member of the Dutch SS and the NSB, the nationalist party that served Hitler's agenda in the Netherlands. He was a criminal who stole from Krommenie's municipal coffers, and a Jew hunter whose signature damned at least one family to their deaths. He was an alcoholic and a bully who patrolled the streets in his uniform, with a dog on a leash and a pistol on each hip. And he was also my great-grandfather, but until recently I had never even heard his name. It was around 10 years ago, and I was visiting my father for dinner when he casually let me know that his grandfather, my great-grandfather, was a Nazi. My father didn't tell me much, just that he had been a mayor of a small town during the war, and that his name was Gerrit, but that everyone called him Gekke Gerrit, which in Dutch means crazy Gerrit. Now my father claimed he hadn't grown up knowing about the Nazi hiding in the family tree. The information came to him later in life, via his mother during her last years. So he could only fill in the broadest of outlines in the life of Gekke Gerrit, no specifics. Actually, he did know one story. The Dutch resistance absolutely hated Gerrit, so they dispatched 2 assassins on bicycles to take him out while he was on his nightly patrol through the town. The bullet hit Gerrit in the chest and he fell down, backwards, over his enormous dog. Out came his pistol. He fired wildly. The assassins slipped into the night. Gerrit walked away from the incident without a scratch. The bullet had been stopped by his wallet, fat with money he had embezzled from the town and its people. You may be tempted to dismiss this as a tall tale. But since that night, I've heard the same story from historians and read it in official documents in the National Archive. This leads me to believe that it's either true or such a perfect encapsulation of who Gerrit Jongsma was that it spread widely as truth. But we'll never know, because Gerrit died in 1960 and everyone who knew him personally is either dead or met him only in passing. But it's clear he was unhinged, a movie villain. And what do you do when you're the offspring of a movie villain? Do you personally atone? Do you try to understand his motivations? Or do you hang him in effigy in a piece like this, beat him into submission in public, and hope that his worst tendencies will be distilled out of your gene pool by the 7 other great-grandparents who had a part in your creation?